This holiday season, help Soldiers for Stockings improve the morale and welfare of members of our armed forces deployed overseas. Now through November 20th, there is so much work to be done, and you can help in many ways. Download the stocking pattern from stockingsforsoldiers.org and start sewing today. Volunteer to help decorate and assemble stockings. Donate Christmas candies, snacks, nuts, chips, drink mixes, DVDs, books, magazines, lip balm, toiletries, and other items needed to fill the stockings. Or help make packets of snowman soup, hot chocolate, to send along with the stockings. For more information, patterns, and a list of items needed, visit stockingsforsoldiers.org. This holiday season, help send our troops a touch of home. For many, it's all they will receive. All stockings need to be completed by November 20th. So get started today at stockingsforsoldiers.org. That's stockingsforsoldiers.org. Stockings for Soldiers, sending stockings filled with joy to our soldiers in harm's way for the 9th consecutive year.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom133.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom133.com. Go to freedom133.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom133.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-646-6985. Again, that's 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985. 800-646-6985.
The following letters were written by our troops.
My dear fellow Americans, I truly appreciate your support. I was starting to wonder if people had forgotten about us over here, but then one of my buddies showed me this website, and now as tears are streaming down my face, I can see for sure that you haven't. Private Emily B., U.S. Army.
It's so heartwarming to see the American people not letting the men and women of the armed forces be forgotten. Your letters make a group of grown men, battle-hardened and gruff, act like a bunch of kids around a Christmas tree. Thanks. Staff Sergeant Matthew H., U.S. Army.
Your support may be the most important thing our troops can carry with them. But don't take our word for it. Take theirs. To show your support, visit americasupportsyou.mil. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Defense and the Ad Council.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge. Somewhere within the great grand state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is, go ahead, say it with me, live free or die, not big government or bust. That's right. I knew you could say it. As we try to get over this hump day, Wednesday, which is now December the 16th in the year of our Lord 2015, just 8 more shopping days until Christmas. I don't even know why I'm counting those down, because I don't really get into all the commercialization of Christmas, and I haven't for a long, long time. You know, probably ever since I was a kid. I remember there have been some years since then, because I could, it's kind of nice in the years that I could actually afford. I used to get, there was one year I probably spent over $600 on gifts. And for those of you, and I bought a lot of stuff. And I know it's easy for some people to say, well, I can do that, Rod. I just go and buy a TV and I can spend $600. That's no big deal. Well, yeah, I get that. But it's not about the spending part for me. It's not about going out there and trying to buy everything. You know, it's kind of amazing to watch people around Christmas time shopping, because they're just in this frenzy of buying. It just seems like they just have to buy. It doesn't matter as long as they're buying. Honestly, I look at these people shopping sometimes over the years, and you wonder when they're buying something, because it's like an afterthought. You know, they'll walk by and it'll sort of catch their eye, and they'll look at it and they'll pick it up, and they'll turn it around. And they'll set it back down, they'll pick it up, and it seems like without even a second thought, really, without a real logical thought in their head, they just put it in their shopping cart and go on about their business. Now, what makes a person buy another person a particular gift? Now, I know that there are some gifts that are well thought out. Somebody's been asking for this particular thing all year round, or you've noticed that they could use something There's something missing in their life. I don't know. Maybe the husband, he's been struggling with he likes woodworking maybe, and he's been struggling with a certain kind of saw that just isn't doing the trick that he needs it to do. So you come across, you go to wood shop, you ask the people, tool shop, what have you. My husband likes to build stuff out of wood, and he tries to do this with this current saw, and it doesn't work. And they say, oh, well, what he needs is one of these kinds of saws instead. So that's a thought-out gift, and that's something you could use. But what makes a person just walk by a particular item in an aisle and just decide, just because it's Christmas, they're going to buy it and give it to someone? A lot of times, they probably don't even have a person in mind when they're buying it. Oh, it's just a good deal. Or it looks pretty cool. That's when I started, when I worked at Sears when I was in college, and I worked at UPS when I was at the same time. Yeah, for all of you little mamby-pamby, wimpy, little crybaby college students out there, why don't you try working retail and package delivery during the holidays at the same time while still going to school? Give me this crap that you guys need to have free education, my ass. Get off your butt and get a job. UPS hires, and so does FedEx during the season. I remember there was one year I worked at UPS, and then when I got off work at UPS, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. I went over to the FedEx place because they did all their stuff early in the morning, and I worked at FedEx from like 4 in the morning until 7 in the morning. So I have no sympathy for any of you lazy, no good, spoiled little pricks running around out there talking about how they need to have better, lower interest rates on your student loans. Get a job. And that way you don't have to have so many loans. Start paying for it. My goodness. It's just ridiculous, some of this stuff. Some people look at me and they just say, well, you just don't have any sympathy, Rod. And I say, you're right. I don't sympathize with people. I can empathize under certain circumstances, but I do not sympathize because I've lived certain things. I've got personalized experience in certain areas, and I've gone through some crap in my short life. And I got to tell you, I don't have any sympathy for other people who are whining and bitching and moaning about stuff that they haven't even gone through. Just does not cross my radar. Doesn't do it. Yeah, man, I gotta work at Burger King or McDonald's, and I need $15 an hour. Why don't you try working for less than that? When minimum wage wasn't what it is today. This is idiocy. By the way, the number that you can call here is live, 603-835-3224. Again, the number is 603-835-3224. I mean, it's just one of the reasons that, well, I've experienced a lot, as I've said, in my short life. I've had guns pointed at me. I've been shot at. I've been profiled by cops. I've been in car accidents. I've had people, say racial stuff to me. I've had people try to embarrass me because of my race and blah, blah, blah. I've worked 2 jobs and 3 jobs at one time. And I have gone to school under armed guard escort. So all of these people are running around out there that say they have all these mental anguishes from their childhood or their college days because, this person, this bullying me was mean and blah, blah. I was once bullied by 2 girls. That's right. They were twins. Twin girl, they were mean. So don't give, you got to learn how to stand up for yourself. Because the time that they stopped bullying is the exact day that I stood up to them. Because I always heard, when I was fourth grade kid, your parents tell you, well, you're not allowed to hit girls. Well, what am I supposed to do?